find myself constantly in self-doubt and unable to trust the decisions I make, constantly questioning my path. How do I cultivate more self-trust and belief? Practice integrated approach. Yes? For what you call doubt in self is a thought. Yes or no? When you doubt yourself, there is a, let's say you make a decision, and then if you have this tendency to a more extreme state, all of a sudden you will start having thoughts which will make you doubt it. Yes or no? And so you must have practice where you are constantly in the, as I just shared, where you are constantly transcending thought, where you are learning to go beyond thought, and you are learning that you are not your thought. Yes or no? And then the next practice comes where you can now consciously generate thought. Yes, that's from where japa practice helps, where you start to learn that, okay, I can plant a thought consciously, and I can favor this thought during my day-to-day activity. I can consciously generate this thought over all other thoughts. Yes? And I can make this thought so powerful that it starts to influence my physiology also. Yes? So we meditate, learn to disengage, realize you're not the thought. You learn to generate conscious thought. And doubt always has an energetic component. Pranamaya kosha. When you are in doubt, in your own physiology, your energy will be unstable. Yes or no? It will not be stable, grounded. So a person who is living in this chronic doubt is living in a subtle level of existential anxiety. Now anxiety has an energetic component to it. Yes or no? You can't just tell someone who is having anxiety, hey, stop it. Yes or no? They want to stop, they just can't, because it has gone to a subtler level. For the prana, the energy is subtler than thought. Yes or no? So when we must learn, and that's why we practice so much energetic practices, that we start gaining energetic intelligence, that we can shift our energy. We can stabilize our energy. We work with the prana, the life force. When we are not working with the life force, then we are at a big disadvantage, because the life force is at a subtler level. So anxiety is living at that level. So a person can have rational thought that, okay, I know I should not be worried. Yes or no? But they can't help. They say, okay, I'm not going to be worried. Just like somebody who is addicted to smoking, cigarette. They know it's not healthy for them. Now there is ugly pictures on the smoke box, scary pictures. Yes or no? And they rationally know they shouldn't smoke, but their body, when they see the cigarette or they are slightly stressed, then their body will say, okay, just have one. Are you following me? Or even within the context of any substance, their mind, they will say no, but the energy will say yes. And so they get into this incredible split. And then it can spiral into a very slippery place. And so it becomes crucial if we really want to get to that place of doubt-freeness, that we have an integrated approach. We address the mind, accessing transcendental level. We learn to consciously generate thought, but we also learn to shift our energy, to manage our energy, which cannot be managed just by positive thinking. It requires energetic work. So when now that thought is coming, you know how to not engage with the thought, but you also know how to shift your energy. And when you can shift your energy, you can back yourself now. And then over a period of time, the habit energy of doubt, self-doubt, starts to fade away. For all doubt is ultimately self-doubt. Yes? All doubt is self-doubt. And self-doubt is existential anxiety. And there is no antidote to it. In the sense, there is no external solution to that problem that you can ultimately get to a decision which will make you feel less anxious. Do you follow me or not? Like when you are in that state of anxiety, inner doubt, the thought, what you find is that you start having excessive thought. Yes? And when you start having excessive thought, the idea behind it is what? That if I think hard enough, I will find a solution. But what we don't realize is we are feeling anxious because of the excessive thought. So whenever we are feeling uplifted, we will find absence of thought. Yes or no? We'll just be present. All our peak experiences are accompanied with absence of thought. Peak experience equals absence of thought. Just radical, alive presence. Wherever there is excessive thought, there is less presence. But the trap is whenever we are in this state of doubt, the mind says, okay, you can think more and I will find a solution. And so we dig ourselves more and more into anxiety. And now we are not training the mind, so you try to go to sleep. Yes? Try. And then you'll wake up middle of the night. And when you wake up, what do you find? The involuntary thought. Yes or no? Nobody goes to sleep saying, okay, I'm going to try and sleep and then I'll wake up. And when I do, that is my intention. When I wake up, let me have anxious thoughts. No. It's there. It's an involuntary activity. And it requires training. We need to train the mind. We need to train the energy. We cannot think our way out of doubt. We cannot just read a book and have no self-doubt anymore. Yes, we have to have a consistent, integrated approach and integrated practice to help us transcend this chronic tendency amongst our species. Do you follow me? So, bring in integrated approach. Take care of the mind. Bring practices for the mind, for the energy. Learn to how to use consciously to generate thought and favor that thought over all other thoughts. So the integrated approach, if you really practice the integrated approach consistently, I guarantee you, this existential anxiety starts to